waiting for Baye to now tune in. So this week what we're doing is introducing you there, and there she is, the lovely Baye. Hello, Baye in Zimbabwe.
How are you guys? I am joined by two of our zebra rescues.
Oh, look at that. I wish I could be joined by something exciting. I'm joined by Zoe in the office. That really isn't quite exciting. The locals, I should become more and more exotic. Anyway,
Yeah.
so let me just give the viewers a quick intro. Everybody watching, tuning into Live Live. This is Baye. This is part of our weekly lives where we introduce you to part of our glorious, fabulous, inspirational network of dynamic human beings who have chosen to do something more exciting in their life than me, who just plays with my admin all day. Baye actually is living and breathing conservation. She is South African by heart. Why she's living in Zimbabwe, actually I do know Zimbabwe is a fantastic country. And she is the go-to girl for anybody in Zimbabwe that comes across an annoying, ill, shouldn't be there, misplaced member of the wildlife community. They call Baye, who comes to take it, rescue it, and hopefully pop it back into the wild. So, there she is, the gorgeous, attractive Baye. Baye, welcome.
Thank you guys so much.
Baye, will you just tell us the first quick overview on the first animal that came across your path that set you on this weird and wonderful journey?
Cool. If I keep looking back, it's because I don't want to be kicked in the head live on camera by a zebra. So,
okay, excuse that. Let's avoid that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, my first animal rescue was in 2013, and it was a baby baboon called Fuzzy. Obviously, Sanctuary wasn't even founded or an idea in the sky at that stage. I was on safari, and her mom had been killed. So she'd been shot, which is quite a common cause of primates being orphaned. And basically, I was given her to raise, and I did for about a good year or so. And then it came time where it needed to happen that she would have to go to a facility. She couldn't stay with me forever. And basically, when I just went around Zimbabwe looking for the right place for her to be at, I didn't find anywhere that was practicing primate rescue, rehabilitation, and release. So I did a bit of research, and I traveled around Southern Africa to potentially look for a wildlife rehabilitation center that we could get her to, so that she would go into a release program. And I met a lady in South Africa that just said to me, well, you are super passionate about this, so she said, why don't you start a sanctuary if there isn't that program already in Zim? She said, obviously there's a need for it, and with my passion and my love for Fuzzy, she just said to me, you should do it. So basically I was 22 at the time, didn't have a cent to my name, didn't know what I was doing. I just had this desire and this burning passion just to get this baboon back into the wild. It was basically a promise that I kind of made her in the early days when I started looking after her, that I really wanted her to be wild again. So I came back and just told my family I was starting a primate sanctuary, which they were horrified at because, like I said, 22, no money. And it's just grown and escalated since then. And so, she was basically the real founder of Free to Be Wild. It wasn't me, it was my baboon. And
she's still with you?
Unfortunately, she's not. So 2020 was quite a devastating year for me. I lost her in the beginning of 2020. Which was very, very heartbreaking and put me in quite a hard spot because she was a huge part of the sanctuary, and having lost her, I was set back for quite a few months, just feeling a bit lost in life and a bit gutted. But she left a legacy behind, and she left at the moment more than 70 animals in the sanctuary that we are working with in rehabilitation and release and some permanent residents. So she certainly opened the door to primate release in Zimbabwe, and also a safe haven for all other species.
It's amazing. I mean, gappers watching this, worrying. Some of you, you don't know what you're going to do at university, don't know what you're going to do with your life. This is an example of just go with life, because you don't know how it's going to unfold. I mean, look at what Baye's done. I mean, you're so inspiring. I feel, I want to wind back the years. Maybe I'll have my midlife crisis and do something incredible too. Anyway, Baye, so tell me about this little zebra that desperately wants to be part. Hello, lovely striped face. So tell us more about him. What's his story?
Okay, so Zimmy is a lockdown baby. Basically, last year, March, Zimbabwe went into level 5 lockdown. Everything was really, really hectic. As you guys know, I'm sure you guys are in the same position. And within a week of lockdown, we got a call from a farmer to say that he had found a mother zebra had just given birth and she had died giving birth. So Zimmy was not even an hour old. And he said that he didn't have the facilities or the correct milk or anything to look after Zimmy. And there was an army roadblock right outside his farm, so he couldn't even leave. And at that stage, the government departments were all closed, so permits and everything is quite an issue. And I was about 4 hours away, so I just thought, no, I can't eat the zebra. I'm just going to have to chance it. So I got a police letter. I went to the local police station and just said, please, I need an exemption letter. And they were like, we can give you one, but we have no idea if it's going to withhold in different regions of them. And then I just took my luck, and Kumbu and I jumped in a car and we drove 4 hours to this farm and got to the roadblock and just said to the guys there, we've come to fetch a baby zebra. And obviously the army guys weren't too chuffed about it. And we just said, please, we can't let it die. And we have to really help him. And then the farm owner, literally, Zimmy was tiny. Literally picked him up in his arms, walked across the roadblock and put him in the car, and Kumbu held him. And then we had to find fuel because we ran out of fuel. So trying to find fuel in a village in lockdown was really interesting. So anyway, we did manage to get back to Bulawayo, to my folks' house as a pit stop, because by then it was too late to travel to continue on to the sanctuary. And so Zimmy, me and Kumbu slept in my mom and dad's house for the night, and Zimmy slept on the bed, which my folks, again, shame, put them through a lot. And
just how big is Zimmy? So when a little baby zebra, what's the size? Is the size of a dog?
Okay, so I would say, so tiny newborn baby zebra, I would say a small Labrador. And now he's about a year, just over a year old. And and we didn't have the correct milk formula for him because it was lockdown. So we got hold of people in South Africa. All the suppliers had closed. We kind of just did what we could. We found the best supplement milk recipe that we could. We had no colostrum, and he was like a true miracle baby. So basically, his full name is Ukuzimisela, which means determination in the local language, because he was just literally determined to live. And then he's a miracle, because generally zebra babies without colostrum don't last longer than a day. And then this is his favorite trick. So he's loves to hold my hand wherever we go.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I'm going to go and have a look on Google later. Google Zimmy's for sale. Wait. Okay. So you have done a miraculous thing and set up this go-to wildlife sanctuary in Zimbabwe, and I fully commend you. You are brilliant. So how can I help? So through my network of Lead VIP, I access all these gorgeous gappers who have just left school. And what I am wanting them to do through the Lead VIP, which I said last week, was introduce you, connect. I'm Mrs.
Amazing.
So, gappers out there who've got diddly squat to do next year, you need to go and help Baye next year in Zimbabwe run, and you are just going to be thrown in the deep end at this wildlife sanctuary. So, Baye, you can take 6 volunteers at any one time. What we discussed is 2 weeks minimum, brilliant 4 to 5 weeks, and then you might want to go and explore Zimbabwe. But, Baye, just describe a typical day in the life of one of our League VIPs, if we can, get them to you.
Okay, so basically, running the sanctuary is pretty much a full-time job, 24/7. So basically, wake up early, do the morning feed, you check on all the animals, do a basic health rundown, just make sure everyone's okay from the night, check that everyone ate their food. Then we generally all have breakfast together, and from there we start the duties of the day. So the main one includes bush walks with our baboons. We've got a troop of 13 baboons that we take out into the bush every single day. So that's a big part of their enrichment, so that they're not in an enclosure. They live in semi-wild enclosures, but they need those natural skills of foraging and climbing. So a couple of hours every morning, we are out with the baboons, and every day is completely different. I mean, if you look on my post, you'll see some days you're swimming with baboons, some days you are up in the treetops, some days you go vast distances, other days they're pretty lazy. So basically, you are just like taken on a walk by a troop of baboons for a couple of hours in the morning, and then come back and we do lunchtime feed of the orphans, and then after lunch we kind of work on projects that we worked on at that time. Sorry, everyone wants to bite me. So that's Richmond, by the way. He's a bit cheeky. So yeah, so basically afternoons are spent working on various projects. So if we are building enclosures, if we are working on releases, medical care, high care babies that we might have in the sanctuary at the moment. There's just really, a load of things that we work on. Hold on, the zebra's got my finger a little so yeah.
You can't have you using your finger on the
Imagine, it would be so cool. At least it would be captured. So yeah, basically afternoons are spent working on various projects. Enrichment is a really big thing that we do as well. We try to do enrichment for all of the animals every single day, and that's sensory, physical, food enrichment, toy, anything like that. So obviously, like having various and different people in at one time is amazing when it comes to everybody's different ideas of creating new enrichment projects. So that's always a really fun part of the day, because I mean you can get super creative with any kind of things that we're doing. And I mean, we've got grumpy Richmond, we've got mongoose, owls, baboons, monkeys, bush babies, zebra, impala, giraffe. I think I said giraffe. We've got such a wide array. We've got Terry the vulture, who just destroys everything. That Richmond for him is a huge thing. We've just got a really wide array of animals that just need this kind of care and attention and time. So by having volunteers with me, it opens me up to be able to give these animals the best life possible, because I don't have enough hands to do everything, and I really do need that help. Oh, wait. We've got someone joining us. Hold on. Can you see her? Where is she?
Hello. Oh, there's the big baboon.
Okay. Now she's run away. We're building at the moment, so that's a little bit of a building site. But she, a little bit of an escape artist at the moment, so life is great fun.
Oh God! So basically, you're running an eccentric house. I mean, that's what you're running. You're reading a kind of the African dream. And what's that movie that we've all seen over here, Born to Be Wild? I mean, this is it with whistles. So come on, gaffers. Think about Zimbabwe. Asia is not going to open up next year, nor Australia, nor New Zealand. You're going to be, Africa, Central America is where you are going next year. And this, Zimbabwe, is an awesome place. Live with, look, there we go. Can you see the little baboon? Big mother. Look. Was he going to say no? Oh, hi. Oh my God. Compliment? Oh my God. He's actually cleaning you. Oh my God. So sweet. He's taking out your nits. An eyebrow session. So I saw one of the girls that joined the live chat right now, Alice. She was with me during lockdown, and she can watch to Alex house. Stage during lockdown, we had
a lion cub, a mongoose baby, a bush baby, Zimmy in the office because it was so cold he couldn't sleep outside, so he slept in the office with us, and that was his life.
That is absolutely. Can we just watch this for a minute? This is so special. This is just amazing. Look, going up your shirt. What's he looking for? Knits.
Please, baby.
Please.
This hurts doesn't finding me.
Oh my God. Is he very, very gentle?
Yeah, this one. So this is Lucy. So I've had Lucy since 2015, and we were actually joking this morning, saying she's a little bit of a replica to Fuzzy, my first baboon, because she's just as naughty as her. She's going in my pants.
Oh my God. Look at that. This is just so Gappers, this is the type of experience that you can actually sign up for. Honestly, this does not happen anywhere else. I know in the whole of Africa, nowhere else. This is it. This is the real life American dream. Oh, sorry, I think I'm going to be there. I'll see you this weekend. I'm coming.
Come. It's amazing.
Zoe, isn't that amazing? Zoe's sitting here in the office just oohing and ahhing. Thank God Liv's in here. She'd definitely be.
This is why I always have bad hair.
That is just brilliant. That's so cute. Yeah, I agree. It is so cute.
Now we've changed
This
sides.
is the best thing. I see. Oh my God, she's going down in front there. Now she's a class act. This is X-rated. This is the 18. Oh no, back the hair.
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
absolutely transfixed. This is just.
If you love back tickles, then my project is the place to be.
Oh. Hi, Stuart. Look at this. Just look at this. Oh, this is sensational. Right. Okay, so we've got a job to do. Okay.
Hello.
So it's super easy to get to Zimbabwe. Get down in front. Get straight down. No. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. She's going to have a good look, a good fondle, and a good cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gappers, it's super easy to get to Zimbabwe. Could not be. I think they're actually direct flights are so easy by our area. Easy peasy. You get to Zimbabwe to Harare. Baye will arrange the pickup from there, or you can fly down to Bulawayo, whatever it is. There's big falls to see afterwards. You can go across to Zambia. Easy peasy. Okay, so don't want any excuses. Anybody hanging out for Asia? Let me tell you again. Woken. So this is a really good. And then you can go from Zimbabwe, you can go all the way up Zambia, Tanzania, Kenya, like that. Easy. Okay. You need to join League VIP, everybody, and to get yourself out to Baye, where you too can go and have your nets removed. By Lucy, the baboon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
Are you talking?
That is right.
Are you talking?
I just. Now what's she doing?
She's looking in my eyes.
What's she checking for? Is
So
that what they do?
a big part of social structure and like becoming one of the troop is grooming. So be prepared to have like a full groom by 13 different baboons throughout the day.
But it's the way she's picking up your t-shirt and having a look in. She's so clever. Okay, she's back to the eyeball. What is she looking for? Yeah, Misha wants to know how old is she?
I've had her since 2015. So what is she? Six years now.
Oh, God, I'm not showing you a little cuddle. Oh, no, she's going back down.
No. Yeah.
Oh. I could watch this all day.
It's very therapeutic. It's amazing.
But she's so gentle.
Yeah.
Zoe wants to know. Zoe in the office wants to know. Is she young for a baboon?
Okay. So basically, they are kind of half. Can you hear her talking? They're kind of like half. They're like half of humans. So like a human would hit puberty at about 12. They hit at about 6. And then a human would be, say, roughly 80 years of age. A baboon lives to about 45. So yeah, someone said, can't you be released? So we do run, our program is a release program, but unfortunately in Zim at the moment, we are battling for a suitable release site for the baboons. So we've just done a troop release of 17 vervet monkeys that we've rescued and raised over the last couple of years, and we built them into a cohesive family troop. And monkeys are less destructive when it comes to habitat and people and them coexisting, whereas baboons, they're not too keen. So unfortunately, we haven't secured a release site for baboons or got permission yet to release a troop. So they can be released. They'll have to go through a process of it if we can find a suitable release site. So at the moment, what we do is they live in semi-wild enclosures, which are massive electrified areas of natural bush. And then during the day, they go out, like I said, on the bushwalks, and they kind of spend all day out in the bush. Some days you'll be with them, other days they're off doing their own thing. So the intention is to eventually release them, and with primates, there's certain things that you do to put them through to stop that close contact and desensitizing with humans.
Oh, she's chatting.
You wanna talk? Hello? Can you see her lip smacking? I don't know if you guys can see it. Lip smack? So that lip smacking is like communicating with me. So she's telling me like she loves me and I'm her best friend my ear. Say hi. Look at the camera. Yeah. In my pocket.
Honestly. And this is a typical day in the life of working with Baye.
Literally. So the project provides a lot of exposure to many different species of animals, and a lot of the work, we do have a lot of permanent residents, so you do get that close contact with the permanent residents. Obviously they can't be released, so I think I told you in our last chat we've got a one-winged vulture that likes to be hand-fed, Zimmy. So this area, I'll just show you just a little view. So this area, okay, it looks quite small, but it's actually quite big. It's like a predator-free sanctuary site that we've got. It's 80 acres and it's got a lot of free roaming game on it. We don't have any enclosures or animals in cages on this piece. So this is for animals such as Zimmy that can't be released into the wild but can still live a wild, natural life roaming around the bush, exposed to other animals, just not predators. So I've created this little piece for certain animals so that they don't have to live a life in a cage.
Amazing. Honestly, I'm right there. I mean, you try and stop us. We are definitely coming. The bags are packed. The sunshine lotion is slung in the backpack. We're off. We're coming. I'll bring my some Vidas Sassoon hair products.
Perfect. Yeah, detangler for your best friend.
A detangler to help with the grooming session. Right. Okay. So there we go. I've kept enough of your time. You've got to go back to looking after your wildlife.
Thank you.
I will do my part and keep banging the drum and get you those volunteers to come and help in the next gap year. In fact, my son doesn't quite know it yet, but I think he's coming. And you basically get us out there. If you're interested in animals, God, Africa is the most beautiful continent. I mean, we don't the African way of life, the sunsets, the views. Once you get there, if you've never experienced it before, God, it gets into your blood pretty quickly. And you've been to Africa, you are for sure to return. So I cannot sing Africa's praises more highly. This year we've had so many gaffers that went to Africa that were destined, that thought they were going to go to Asia, and we redirected them. So I'm really hoping the drum has started beating and that people will divert to you. So awesome. Baye,
That would be amazing.
leave the
Thank
gaffers
you.
to me. I will send them your way.
Incredible. I look forward to it.
Okay. You take
Cool.
care.
Thank you
now,
guys
little
so
Missy.
much. Okay.
Thank you, Baye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. Oh, there's an eyeball. I'm calling you, Lucy. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay.
She's trying